My boss is very demanding. He just doesn't understand at all. He just keeps loading me with more and more work. I'm getting so frustrated. Does these sentences sound familiar? I'm sure, right? I'm sure some point in time we all have said these words about our bosses. We've got frustrated, thrown a fit, or even tried to quit. But is that the solution? No, right? We need to understand how do we deal with such demanding bosses. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Dealing with demanding bosses, such bosses who don't understand our situation, who are just taskmasters and not people managers, and who maybe unintentionally are making our lives miserable. Let's talk about that. Hi, friends, I'm Swati Arora. I'm a woman career growth coach, and I'm on a mission to help millions of women scale up the ladder and reach top positions in their organizations. And today I'm talking about in this video how do we deal with a demanding boss? Bosses who don't understand our situation. How do we deal with them and lessen our stress levels? I'm going to share with you 10 practical tips which I have used in my own life and seen results. And I'm sure it'll help you too. So make notes and go right till the end to check out this video. And you know the drill. Before you go ahead, click on the subscribe button if you already haven't done that. The first point on how to deal with a demanding boss is to clearly communicate. Communicate clearly. Communication sorts out all problems in the life, right? But the problem arises when we choose to stay quiet and not communicate and expect the other person to understand by themselves. That doesn't work out in real life, does it? So it's important for you to clearly communicate with your boss about your work schedule, about your priorities, about your workload, so that they understand you appropriately. This way, they'll be able to have clarity on what's your occupancy ratio and accordingly allocate work to you. So, communicate clearly. The next one is set clear boundaries. A lot of times, people don't communicate their boundaries to their managers or to their bosses, and that is the reason why they suffer. We shy away from telling our bosses that we have certain boundaries, thinking that we may upset them or annoy them in the bargain. But being transparent is the best thing to do. If you have certain boundaries, you have to communicate that, and trust me, it will be acknowledged. Be it about taking calls after your working hours, or working late hours, or even working on weekends. If you're not up for it, tell them very clearly about it. Trust me, employers overutilize people who are not vocal about these things. So set clear boundaries and inform your bosses about the same. The next one is be proactive. If you have worked long enough with your boss, I'm sure you know the boss's needs and you can address them before time or before even him throwing a fit because the task has not been done. Even if there is a delay, keep your boss informed because if you don't inform them about the delay, they would assume by themselves that the task is going to be completed or on time for completion. So be proactive, take ownership, and keep your boss informed at all times. The next point is look for solutions. People who generally have a no tendency, this can't be done, this can't be completed on time, this is not possible. Those kind of people generally have a tough time with their bosses. Instead of saying directly a no, focus on alternative solutions and provide that to your boss and let him decide which one is best. If you're ever stuck up with a roadblock, think about three possible simple solutions that can take you out of that problem. Rather than focusing on the problem, focus your mind on solutions. Train your mind to be solution oriented, and your boss will never have a problem with you. The next point is be assertive. A lot of people don't know that there's a very thin line between being aggressive and being assertive. You've got to speak up if your boss's demands are unreasonable or is going to put you into some kind of ethical malpractice or legal binding. Because if you don't do it right now, you will fall into trouble later. Anything that you feel is unethical or not appropriately in your standards of working, you've got to speak up and got to be vocal about it. Otherwise, you'll fall into your own trap and regret about it later. So be assertive. The next one is stay calm and be professional all times. It's important to maintain a very professional and a very calm attitude at work. So keep your emotions in check and maintain a professional attitude at all times, even if you have a difficult boss to work with. Be flexible in your approach, take on new initiatives and responsibilities, and always be trying to willing to adjust to your schedule as and when required. When you're doing that, automatically your boss will see that professional behavior in you and try to mellow down on his attitude. The next one is build rapport with your boss. A lot of times, bosses are difficult with you because they don't understand your situation because they haven't built rapport with them. So, you take the initiative and try to build rapport with them. Maintain a positive working attitude with your boss. Try to be by being respectable, dependable, and willing to adjust all the time. Collaborate with your boss. Work on a collaborative way because that's the way you will build rapport with your boss, and he will then learn to understand your perspective much better. The next one is seek feedback. If your organization or your boss doesn't follow a feedback mechanism, a regular feedback mechanism, you initiate that because feedback is very, very important. So solicit feedback and work on the feedback. Solicit feedback on your performance, on your behavior, on your conduct, and overall behavior personality from your boss. And take constructive criticism, work on it so that your boss will understand that you're working on the feedback and you're improving. The next one is document your work. A lot of times, employees fail in their performance reviews or fail to showcase their accomplishments just because they have not documented what they do. So, it's important to keep records, keep documents of your accomplishments, about your initiatives that you've taken, about the projects that you've handled, so that in your performance reviews and your discussions with your boss, you will have a better standing. You will have more data in hand to support what you have done throughout the year or throughout the month or whenever you have your performance reviews. So make it a habit of documenting everything that you do. Document even on emails if you have to about your task updates or even about your accomplishments that have been given to you. And the last point is seek support. You're not alone in this. Whenever you're feeling overwhelmed or unsupported or tired about dealing with a difficult boss, it's important to talk it out. Talk it out with your colleagues, not gossiping, but talk about it with your colleagues, about your employee assistance program leaders, or even your HR representative. Talk about your situation and ask them how you can deal with it in a better way. Because if you do that, you'll be able to get more answers or more support system with you. So, friends, those were the 10 steps on how to deal with a demanding boss. I hope this video was beneficial for you. Try out all these 10 points. I urge you to do that and come back and let me know if it's worked for you. Mention in the comment section how it has helped you and how it has really benefited you in your life. I will be waiting for your comments. I will be coming back next time with some more interesting videos on this particular topic. Till such time, you do take care of yourself. Take care. Bye bye.